to another edition of the Dugout. Teams may win, teams may lose, but one thing remains consistent is that
India is winning.
No, we are coming late for the Dugout. Today, Shashwat's fault. He was the producer. He should have organized everything well in advance.
Everything was ready.
But he himself had to go.
No. But everything was ready. Today we came here in the studio at 4:40. I had to do a video. I did that and then we...
No, everything. You called me only at 5:06.
5:11. I called it 5:11.
5:11, something like that. By
exactly.
5 o'clock if it had to start.
5:15 at that time.
5 o'clock, yaar. No, please show us the post, Pawan. What is the post? See, this is where the confusion. Show us the post.
Is it? No, it's like 6:15. Then we had 7:15. So I thought 15 is.
Yeah, this is your post, na. Yes. This is your channel's post, na.
I was 11 minutes late then to call you.
And then by the time your engine started at 11 minutes, it takes 7-8 minutes to get everything together. So we are starting at 20.
It's fine.
So 20 minutes late. It's not
so
fine.
Now it's 5 from tomorrow or 5?
We decided yesterday 20 run margin is a big win. Yeah. So 20 minutes is a big delay.
From tomorrow it's 5 o'clock or 5:15?
Every day it is 5 o'clock.
It is 5. Yeah.
Where did the 5:15 come from?
Because 15 stays constant.
No, because
it's 16 or...
Yesterday we went at 5:15. I apologize because your food was coming. We all waited for your food to arrive.
It's coming also. It's coming today too.
Today again?
Please, people started
trolling you.
Asking me.
So yesterday. What? They're asking you about your food. What is wrong with that?
No. Don't want to... It's hard to explain to everybody.
So explain it now once and for all. This is your platform. Go for it.
No.
So that any questions that come to you, they know the answer. They don't have to individually ask you. What is your explanation of this?
There is no explanation. It's just that if I would have taken a dabba service here, it would have been expensive. It was 400 rupees a day. And if I would have taken...
I'm sure there are cheaper dabba services. I'll find out one and I'll tell you.
Then if it's less than 220 rupees, I'll switch. Because it takes 220 rupees in which it comes by porter. And then anyways, when I used to come from
220,
home,
then there's kharcha of food being made also, na? And the food also.
But that was being made when I was coming also.
No, you are eating extra share, na? Your share was not being made.
No, it was same. It's the same.
So they would just make for you
and keep it in the morning
and waste it.
Every day. They keep it in the morning. I take it.
No, but now they'll stop, na? Because you'll take dabba. So that cost also. Yeah. So 300 rupees, 80 rupees at least.
Yeah. If 300 rupees I'm getting 3 meals which are bearable, I'm ready. If anybody knows, please let me know.
Please send him suggestions of dabba services in Noida area if you can. Yeah. Then Shashwat may want to switch and then we'll be on time.
I deliberately booked it prior today because every day it was coming at this time. So I did it prior. Today that guy got late then.
Acha. Today we are going to be touching upon the subject that we spoke about yesterday, which was the wicketkeeper batter race for the Indian team. But before that, what else? Because Dugout, we usually talk about all the hot topics of the day. Maybe you can even mention it on our title, Pawan, and we'll know. So let's start with this one thing that has gone viral is about Hindi commentary. Truth be told, we used to get a lot of messages on our platform as well, again and again. People used to say, it's not great. And now it has gone viral. After many people pointed it out on social media, then Harbhajan Singh reacted. And I like the way he reacted, saying, thanks for the feedback and we'll work on it. But let's throw open that discussion. Maybe we'll take some of your comments on what you think of the Hindi commentary right now. Leave us a comment and we'll take that in our live discussion. But let's start with the one and only, the expert who knows it all, with Shashwat. Tell us, what do you make?
I think it was a very good feedback, and I think what it boils down to is today.
No, not feedback. We want your opinion on Hindi commentary.
I think that was absolutely right. And how nitpick.
Not what he said. Your opinion.
It's my opinion as well. I think
it's same as that. Same,
absolutely.
Copy paste, copy paste. Nothing more to add.
So accurate that he even mentioned one. Everybody's trying to get with that. Those one-liners. I used to think my thought process was exactly the same. That in today's day and age, whatever level of cricket you have played at some point, now today everybody wants to get viral, and that's very true. And I think where those one-liners are coming in from, that they know that they'll give those one-liners, and then those reels start to get viral and those commentators start to get viral. So all of this is boiling down to that. Even if today the commentators that he's mentioned, that person, the other commentators, they still do tournaments, but those are domestic tournaments or private T20 leagues. Over there it's the same. But now in IPL specifically, all these players want to get viral, and I think that's a very big reason for it coming down to here. Everybody's doing that banter, nobody's giving that information because that won't get viral. Even here we have seen this. If we do a video that is very informative, that compared to something on a color story in that sense gets much more views. So I think that's down to that.
Okay, I think maybe I can relate to some part of it because I myself started to make content in Hindi only when I did it for myself, for my YouTube and Instagram channel. I think one of the things that I really noticed from the Hindi commentary that is usually done on the host broadcaster is that you're trying to talk like friends so that it's more relatable to the audience who is actually listening to
Which friend
it.
talks about कि ऐसा होगा तो वो गली में जंगल में ये नाचा तो
line's
इससे
been
होगा.
crossed. I think that was a very grey area.
That's what I'm
Friends
saying.
don't talk like
But
that.
sir, that was a very grey area, I feel. That has
No,
been
I'm
crossed now.
saying
No,
these
people who
high
exaggerate-
high quality jumlas is not how friends talk to each other.
No, absolutely not. What I'm basically trying to say is that sometimes you try to talk like friends. Sometimes you can exaggerate a bit. Sometimes you can laugh like anything, or you can laugh out loud also.
No, but that's
so
not
to
the
make sure
complaint.
it's not relatable. No,
But
I'm just
that's-
presenting my opinion.
No, but I want your opinion on the commentary. See, what Hindi market wants is a different thing. What do you make of the Hindi commentary currently? To be casual is what you're saying, like friends, is a completely different thing, and I don't think anyone has raised objections about that. Nobody is saying that you are too casual. Nobody is saying that, and that you are talking like friends and be a bit more formal. Nobody is saying that. The issue people are raising is that there's zero information, zero content on that, and there is all more masala than the main dish. So you've added more masala than the main dish. Masala is always, used to garnish a main dish. But in your case, masala is more in the main dish. That's the complaint. What do you make of that complaint?
I agree with it, absolutely. I think there has to be a lot more information, as you rightly said, that the masala has just to be a garnish on it. But overall, I think that's maybe the thing that the host broadcaster has probably said, that in English, we are going to provide you all the relevant information, the relevant stats, data and all that stuff, and maybe they've kept this thing just for masala only. So if I look at it from their perspective, they are absolutely right. But then, being a cricket purist, I would want, more data, more information and more anecdotes from commentary, Hindi commentary.
See, I'll tell you, there's one thing which is for sure. Commentators will do what they're expected to do, or what the people who are employing them want them to do. Now there is this trend where people who sit in boardrooms, who take decisions about how commentary needs to be done, they feel that Hindi commentary should be one way. And I'll tell you where the problem lies. The problem lies with the boardroom, which decides how it is to be done, are mostly far away from the reality of hinterland or Hindi speaking areas. They mostly are people born and raised in big towns, in I'm not saying very affluent, but at least still upwardly mobile families or society. Now their assumption is that Hindi public does not want information. The Hindi speaking public don't understand cricket. They like to have fun, they like to laugh. So do not give them a nice detailed nuance cricket commentary. Give them a Kapil Sharma show day in and day out in cricket. Basically masale ka tadka, entertainment ka tadka. IPL started like that also, right? So do that in commentary. I think what they are really mistaken, and that's why I think sometimes people who take decisions or at least think like this, they themselves are probably in an English-speaking society and English-speaking towns and English-speaking families, or at least that's other society. Their outlook about the Hindi market is very different to what the reality of the Hindi market is. We travel a lot, and I've traveled a lot for basically cricket coverage only, even into smaller towns of India, into smaller cities, and I also meet people from smaller city, Hindi speaking people at all, and I think nothing could be further away from the reality. The Hindi speaking people are, I would say, even more knowledgeable about cricket than urban corporate going crowd, because they actually invest more time in cricket. So just this assumption that when cricket is spoken in a pan ki dukaan or a chai ki dukaan in a small town in Jharkhand or in UP somewhere, so the discussion is only gossip and they don't understand and it's only masala. No, if any of the decision makers actually drive down out of Bombay or out of Delhi and reach a B, I'm not even saying B, a C town or a Hindi speaking town, and sit down there and just hear the discussion that may be happening on a simple chai ki tapri, they would be amazed about the quality and nuance of cricket discussion and the knowledge that people have. They are outstanding. Everyone today is a cricket expert, like they say in India, like lift a stone and you'll find a cricket expert. Go anywhere, they know. And this is a reality which I think that the decision makers who are deciding how the commentary needs to be are not aware of. So for them, English has to be prim and proper. Information, this is the rundown, follow it, talk about this nuance, that. Though even English now is tightly added masala, but there the masala is still a minor ingredient. By Hindi, though, they've decided, no, this audience wants that. And by the way, why just Hindi extended to now you're having Punjabi, Haryanvi, various other Tamil, whatever. They've all thought that regional speaking people or vernacular speaking people will now need to be given just masala, and the reality is exactly the opposite. I hope some of them can go and then realize, which is why you now have a situation where people are questioning. And I've been saying this not from now. In fact, to tell you very honestly, I've said this to a few commentators as well, especially commentators who do Hindi commentary. I've met them on a few occasions in the press box here and there, and I've said exactly the same thing, that I don't know why, I'm not now, I'm talking about 5 years, 6 years ago also, and many times that why Hindi commentary is going that way. Why is it that people think that people who speak Hindi or other vernacular don't understand cricket? It's not true. They know probably even more than the English speaking audience when it comes to cricket. They are. So don't assume that and don't take commentary there. But unfortunately, that is the decision that has been taken, and now it's not just one or two YouTubers that have made a point. I think there has been I have at least noticed people tagging or sending us questions here on Sports Today, or people tagging me on X and something. Many have been doing it, not now, but in the last 1 week, 10 days, I've noticed a lot of people are talking about it. So it always needs a catalyst, a break point. And I think that point is now. If it doesn't change now, then I fear for vernacular commentary.
I think there are two things to this. I do understand that, okay, the people who are making that decision are having this thought process that they need just masala in their commentary. For that, is it that the commentators are being given that message, or is it that the people who hold that sort of a personality are being hired? I'll tell you why. Because Avinder Sehwag, a Navjot Singh Sidhu, or a Harbhajan Singh, all of these people as a personalities also, they are like this. It's not like they will really complicate stuff or give out information like this. So I feel definitely it's at the top that it's being spread at. But when it comes to the players also, I feel they also have responsibilities individually, because it's also
even if I was to take your point that people who are like that are there, that also comes from the top, na?
Yeah,
because they are only hiring. So if my aim is to do like this, so one is I tell people to do it, but not everyone can do it. So my point is also to get people who do it very well.
I do want, but what I'm trying to say is that somebody like a Harbhajan Singh, Virender Sehwag, when they know that they come in with that knowledge as well, I think that line, there should be a very thin line where it's either all news, all masala, or all information. That line, I think, is now getting crossed, and I think that is also because individually everybody aspires to be
no, that is a secondary. I agree with that, but that's a secondary thing. What happens is, first, let's say there is this diktat that comes, and what happens, you got to understand, cricketers are not market specialists. They don't understand what's happening in the market or what needs to be done. They come and talk about cricket. Now if that is the thing that they are told, then they assume that this is what works. This is what my employer wants, and if you want to be engaged by them to do commentary, this is the way I have to do it. So they start doing it. That's one. Secondly, it is very common to get impressed, right? To have a Sidhu saying 10 lines like that, or you have a Viru saying few lines like that. Others also feel left out. They say, yeah, this is the way to go. So then they add on. But that's a secondary thing. First, there is a culture that exists, which you are pushing. One, as an employer. Secondly, you as a commentator are feeling that this is, if they are saying, that means people like that, because why would they tell you to do something that audience doesn't like, or which is not getting them numbers, right? So you start to believe, this is how you get popular. But this is how it is done. This is how multiple people want you to speak. That is the secondary. Then once you start doing it, then you start getting inspired. Acha, this guy does it. If this is the line we have to go down, if this is the road to success, this guy is doing it so well, so I'll also add on. And I know that a lot of them, commentators, again taking nobody's name, did not start off like that. Some were like that. Let's say Navjot Sidhu was like that even 20 years ago. No, but he also, his jumla used to be once in a while. He would talk about cricket once in a while. I have seen an addition in everyone that is added on. Let's say Sidhu always had that. That was his go-to thing for so many years. I worked with him 20 years ago. Also, he was like that. He's still like that only. But maybe that was the style. And then why was it that people liked him? Because, there used to be a Gavaskar, a Ravi Shastri, a Harsha Bhogle, or a Jeffrey Boycott at that time commenting, who used to all focus on cricket. And then you had one character who, apart from the cricket, would add this masala. So the combination of the whole thing would look fine. So 80-90% is cricket, and then there comes 10% some fun lines or whatever, which people enjoy also once in a while if you add that. Now that, as I said, 80-90% has become that. Everyone is trying to do that, and then the cricket then comes as 10-20%, which I think is the problem area.
No, but I feel that ratio is still being maintained. Again, I feel that there is a Sunil Gavaskar in the Hindi commentary also. So basically, I was just before.
There is a big difference when Mr. Gavaskar is doing commentary in English and when he's doing commentary.
Still absolutely informative. See, I was just reading this article where it was mentioned how this commentators thing actually works. So it's basically they do it in duos. They need to maintain that balance. There'll never be a Sehwag and Navjot Singh Sidhu together most of the times. There will be big occasions where they might be together, but mostly both. It's the balance is being maintained in that way. So I feel even if there is a Robin Uthappa who's in the commentary, I think it's not his nature and he's not that sort of a personality who'll go this line. I feel he still, when he's there, that information is still given. It's just that they are overpowered by stronger personalities, and those stronger personalities are much more colorful in that sense.
Is there more stronger personality than Sunil Gavaskar?
But Sunil Gavaskar Gavaskar is there very on less.
But you gave an example, no?
But no, I'm saying
Ravi Shastri can be overpowered.
But Sunil Gavaskar is
Ravi Shastri can be overpowered.
Ravi Shastri again is on going that route only.
So tell me, which are the ones that are giving you cricket information? You are saying that balance
Robin
is there.
Uthappa.
By the way, even Robin, I was listening to his commentary the other day, and he in Hindi, and he himself said that that's not his really language, and he could not, and he was finding it on occasions really tough to understand what was being spoken about by a Sidhu, or there are 2-3 other people. So he gets lost there. And if a person is being overpowered, then at the end of the day, information is not coming. Na? So that's the point.
But that, again, it's also in the hands of commentators on what route they want to go.
Of course, it is going to be in the hands of the commentator to say. That's exactly what I said. But 80% of it is, I worked in the broadcast field. 80% of it comes from what is being told. What you told, what you think, that, as I explained, and I'm going to explain it for the benefit of Shashwat again, majority of it comes from that on top. Secondly, when it comes, it's a messaging that goes to you that maybe this is working. That's why they're telling me. So you yourself take an initiative that I have to go down that road. Somebody really needs to sit down and explain. Cricketers are not expert in how the markets work, or how commentary works, or what viewership is, or how advertising is coming, what is becoming popular. So if you are being told that this is it, then you take it that, okay, this is the way to go, this is the road to success, this is what brings eyeballs to the feed. And anyone who's working for anyone would want to do a feed where more and more people watch. And so that is, it's a rabbit hole in which you go down starting by what's told to you, and it gets worse and worse. And that is why you've reached a situation like that.
But if it's getting sold, then why wouldn't the broadcaster want such color? Because again, that is what actually is getting the eyeballs.
That's exactly what I'm trying to say. No, there is no data to prove that. There is no data to prove that it is happening. I started by saying that you could not be further away from the truth, because you really need to. Does anyone go and do surveys in the Hindi market? What is it that people want? I don't think anyone has commissioned a survey. You have a survey, no? When you do a exit poll, you spend crores on that. You actually go out and find out what is it that people are voting on, what are the issues that they want to vote on, what are the things that they're doing. It's an assumption. It's 10 people sit in a boardroom and assume the Hindi market is like this. If you did a survey, you hired a agency who sent people with questionnaires to 70 C-town, B-town cities and got the feedback, then you will have an idea. I'm saying basis on my travels and media, I think that if you did do surveys, you will find out that that's not the case. Somebody needs to, and that's why it's coming out now. It is, very evident now that people are saying it, there's a reason behind it. Can we take a few comments of, you can open it for us. I would love to know what people who are watching us think of it. Okay, we've got those. Yeah, let's take a few. Yeah. Okay, Rahul there says that he feels that Jatin and Kaif talk sense on cricket in Hindi commentary. See, this is a feedback from people who watch it. Priyanshu says, my opinion on Hindi commentary is to mute it. Raidu, he doesn't really enjoy his commentary. Sidhu's Shairi also, Priyanshu does not enjoy it. Sanjay Bangar, he thinks, makes good cricketing point. Okay. We have Yug, who feels that in the CSK matches, he feels that some of the former CSK players in Raina and Raidu seem to bias towards Dhoni and CSK. But Yug, just to let you know, this is also part of the broadcasting, where now you've reached a stage where you're doing programs based on this, where you divide. Like I have 6 people today in the studio also, they do like that. Okay, 3 are CSK supporters today, 3 are MI. So then you have to, it's a role play that you have to do to make the broadcast. That's what I'm trying to say, that the objectivity has gone out. When the broadcast also happens like this, that in the studio we have to have 3 players, go CSK, go. Others I know, go MI, go. I mean, honestly, in no sport in the world, in any broadcast, and I think footballing rivalries are longer in terms of history and animosity, and I consume a lot of, let's say, basketball or football, international. I don't see this kind of a broadcast. They have experts, they have an anchor, but it's a very, you may call it old school, but a typical way of you sit, and then the former players that are there as analysts, they're analysts as fans. They're not saying today, I am Chicago Bulls. He may be a former Chicago Bulls player, but he's going to be very objective as an analysis, and he's not being used as a prop of being a Chicago Bulls fan, or somebody is not being used as a Orlando Magic fan. It's very, 2 experts. They could have been players for any franchise in their past, but they talk cricket. If you really need that fan element, no harm in bringing actual fans to the studio. Do that. Get 5 fans from MI, get 5 fans from Chennai if you want a broadcast like that. But let cricketers be the analyst and sit and talk, whether like the thing, about a team, they talk about it. Doesn't matter which franchise they've played in the past for. At least that's how typical broadcast happens in any sport in the world. It's only in IPL that this has started to happen.
But this CSK thing, I think it's going down too much. I think players deliberately also, like you mentioned that you've talked to most of them, so you will be able to tell more about that. But what I feel is that even a Ruturaj Gaikwad starts to troll RCB on occasions. That incident happened where he said that an RCB fan would have done that. So I feel it's more...
Current players I can understand. No, your allegiance are there. You're playing. And you can have an opinion on that no player shouldn't do it, and some may say it, but okay, you're a player, you're part of the team, and so you're standing up for the team, I understand. My thing is, when the broadcast is happening, there's a commentary happening or discussion happening, then you've only got former players, no? Yeah. And then they are now analysts. So they may have played for an MI or a CSK or an RCB or whatever, but you sit as an analyst. That's why I'm saying, no, in football, you have a Thierry Henry sitting there. I mean, he's not, when there is a Arsenal match, he may back Arsenal to win the game, but he will work as a commentator who will be objective. His job there is not to be an Arsenal fan. And a John Terry is sitting with him next to him. His job, it's an Arsenal-Chelsea match. It won't be that Terry today will say, Chelsea. So it won't be like that. There'll be like two analysts.
Football analyst.
Yeah, they'll be
That's
like
the
analysts.
point,
They'll say,
yeah.
this is a good thing, this is a bad thing. And, I've played for this club. I feel really bad. I think we need to change this. But it's going to be very objective analysis, like it used to be.
Yeah, like you mentioned that there's no meter to actually see if this is working or not. But why I think everybody feels that this is working, because again, that virality factor, what's getting viral, that's working. That's how things are measured.
So
in
you
today's
think people are to be blamed? That
obvious. I think 90% is it's down to the people, because again, see it's all going down to the reel. But that one who can give the best 1 minute or under 1 minute, it's all down to that. I think players also want to do it. Players who don't have that personality also want to do it, because they are seeing that that's getting love. A Robin Uthappa or a Sunil Gavaskar, like you mentioned, if they're talking sense about the game, they're not being looked at that much. They're not getting that much fame. Brand endorsements are not that. X is not getting that much interaction. So somebody like an Akash Chopra, who, see again, you have a Ravi Chandran Ashwin and you also have a Akash Chopra. Both of them are running their YouTube pages. Even though stature wise Ashwin is a bigger player as compared to Akash Chopra, but the views when it comes down to the YouTube channels are
but that's because
different.
Ashwin has just started. That can change it. And Ashwin also is not hiding. He's not being politically correct.
No, he's not being politically correct, but I think it's about storytelling. Who does the best storytelling? It's down to that, because so many now all former cricketers who used to be legends, be it Michael Clarke overseas, in India, Ashwin, now the players who are playing, they are Rishabh Pant, Jasprit Bumrah, all of them have that.
No, but they're not analyzing the game.
They're not analyzing the game, but it's all down to that getting viral and getting that reach and getting that much attention.
I think in whatever limited experience that I've had, chatting with the people who listen to Hindi commentary, they seem to like it. They say we are,
majority,
but they are more of casual fans.
But you've seen the comments.
Yeah,
most people have disliked
that.
it. I mean, I'll take a few more comments. Vikas Man says, he said Sidhu he's not very fond of, but he likes Jatin and Akash and Bangar. He feels they need to get back Pathan.
Yeah.
Okay. Priyanshu says cricket highlights is saying, but sir, it should not be followed in other team matches. In a match between LSG and DC, when Raidu was asked a question about Pant, he brought out Dhoni's name, and it is in itself. No, I agree. I'm saying even in that CSK match, you can have that balance, is how I feel. Because they are former cricketers, they know a lot. They don't have to be fans. So Mohit clearly, as he's pointing out, he's not enjoying Raidu's commentary. Abhay Chauhan says not only Hindi commentary, but Hindi broadcasting has become really bad since a long time. Like we have PR teams of players. He also feels that announcers and commentators are also doing a lot of that. And that's why, why even now independent YouTubers who've not even been former players are flourishing. Precisely that, because somewhere I think deep down they speak the truth, what people really crave for, whether it's a commentator or not. Vishal Panchal from the US says, honestly, IPL is not cricket, it's entertainment. Hence, commentators are not analyst experts. They are cheerleaders building hype. Simple. No, see, IPL may be entertainment. That's what I'm trying to say. IPL, firstly, you may think it's not cricket, but people are now getting upset when their teams are losing. They are getting nervous. They are celebrating. It just can't be entertainment for that. Entertainment would mean casual, but I'm sorry to say, with the kind of fights now that happen, even in our own studios, people panic when their team is losing. It tells me that it is more than entertainment. No, which is fine. So it has become serious cricket for them. And if it has, then even the broadcast needs to show that. That's my point. Why are you making it frivolous by making it entertainment? If it's reached a level where there's actual lot of rivalry, people are bothered about their teams, they're bothered about strategies, team selections, like in international cricket, then why not let the broadcast also, show that? Okay. Sarat Chandra says not only Hindi, even in his own language, Telugu, the same type is there. It's irritating, he feels. He says it's always shouting. So he likes to watch YouTube lives for match reactions. At least they give some info on the match with fun. Thank you, Sarat Chandra. Let me finish all the comments. Siddharth is saying, I feel BCCI and IPL want to make players bigger brands and larger than life at any cost of harming values of the game, while in football, game is prioritized first. Exactly.
I tend to agree with this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That there's a big difference. It's not that footballers aren't stars, but on the day, game is game. Deep analysis, everything is done. Even commentary and pre-mid shows are all like that. King D is not a fan of the current broadcasting that's happening on the channel. He wants an old style coverage. You have all day to show previous highlights and storytelling. There can be other programs in that. I agree.
But again, nobody will watch that. I know a commentator who does commentary in the Bhojpuri segment. So basically over there also it's about getting that moment. That one moment which will get viral. Like with Jatin Sapru, that Surya Kumar Yadav moment. With Ravi Shastri, that moment. So everybody wants to build towards that. Now that commentator every day puts his reel of that winning moment when he's commentating on that. So basically everybody wants to do that and everybody wants to excel in that.
You spoke about that Surya Kumar Yadav thing. That's cricketing commentary. That's the moment that is made. Yeah. There's nothing, that's what I'm saying. There's no jumla bazi. Barest of margin, that piece of commentary. Again, it's pure cricketing, pure excitement because the moment is like that. I'm saying you can just on,
But you have to build up towards that because that moment.
But on that moment, but only it makes sense if it's a World Cup final and that
wants to get every day, na?
Yeah, but you cannot do. That's what I'm trying to say. You cannot start screaming for everything, for every game, for every six. That you are talking about, it has happened in a World Cup final and that is a catch we are even talking about today. If you're not excited for that catch, then you might as well not do commentary. If you're not excited about the 2019 final and them winning, England winning by the barest of margin, then you don't deserve to do commentary. But now every IPL game, every six, the greatest six, Tara Mandal mein chala gaya hai, wo bahar chala gaya hai, air hostess ki pappi leke aaya.
All that stupid thing also got viral because of that.
Correct,
It's again not cricket.
No. I thought that was a piece of...
are getting.
Yes, my point is that. But look at that moment. Look at that where that test match was and how it changes. On an important day, if the moment is important, it'll get viral. For now, everything if you're going to say...
I think in that sense, in Hindi, Akash Chopra is playing very nicely on that line. I think he's not even here, not even there. He's very measured with his line and his comments, and the mixture of the masala is very correct, and that's why lots of people like Akash Chopra nowadays, more than for his cricket, for his commentary. Lots of people like him because
he's done play cricket now, so why should they be liking him?
When he played, some players are there now, you still love them for the way they played. Akash Chopra, nobody knows that.
Okay, I Love Mutton Biryani is clearly not the fan of the current broadcaster. He says that's why he watches it on Sky's broadcast. He's lucky to World Feed, huh? Nice. Why we
watch it here?
I don't know. We may have some app.
We have to buy the membership.
Achha, okay, we'll do that. Why we says auction for commentators. Who will get the maximum? Good question.
Hindi or English?
Any commentator.
English, Harsha Bhogle.
No,
I still feel
Ravi
that.
Shastri.
No, so supposing if you were buying, let's say you're the boss of the broadcasters, and there's auction happening. Who are you bidding the most for? His choice.
Harsha Bhogle.
Okay.
Yeah.
My order would. I have three in my mind.
Yes.
My order will be Navjot Singh Sidhu, Ravi Shastri, and Akash Chopra.
And if I have to name my three also, Harsha Bhogle, Ian Bishop, and Simon Dole.
Planned.
It's his thing.
Yeah, no, I'm saying why the people won't. That's what I'm trying to get. People would want the more masala thing.
Yeah.
That's the whole point.
And I don't disagree with him. Yeah, he's right.
Why do you? It's your opinion.
Yeah. No, I was just
That's his
giving
opinion.
my opinion on his opinion.
At least the good thing about Ian Bishop is that he has a lot of knowledge about the Indian youngsters, the young
And
players. He
also
knows the most about them.
Yeah, he does. He does a lot of homework, by the way. He carries a book with him. And by the way, whatever your opinion is, again, based on assumption. Do you have data to prove that people will have watch more masala than them?
Again,
Do you have it?
Data according to me.
So it's your assumption, sir. that you think people are. I disagree with you. I think more people will consume good cricket. At least I feel. I don't also have data to prove, but that's an opinion. And you have, what you're saying is an opinion. So to say that the commentators that he's picked will not be is not true. Maybe
I was just giving my opinion on him.
But you gave your.
Yeah,
let
that's
him
fine.
give his.
Yeah, that's fine.
And what you're saying is also based on assumption. Maybe for all you know, if there are 10 people sitting and buying thing, what you have picked may be the last. And what he picked, 9 out of 10 went for that, and you're the only one who went for masala. It's a possibility. How does anyone know? We don't know. Okay, let's turn our attention to, we've taken your comments and had our thoughts as well. The main topic of discussion. I'd asked Pawan if he can also add what we've just discussed to the title, but he was busy taking the food delivery for Shashwat. So now if you can add it to our title, I'll be very, very grateful. Yes, we are discussing wicketkeeper batter competition. It's a stiff competition. Can we see all stats together, please, Pawan? Who's leading the race? Who's starting? Any one of you?
Okay, I thought that he'll just open and then
He'll choose from that.
I think for me it was,
You can choose, but do you need that to tell me who's leading for you?
As of now, I think the person who's leading this little race would be Sanju Samson only. As of now, even though he has not gotten those runs as compared to an Ishan Kishan or all of the other players, but I think Sanju Samson leads that race very clearly because what he's done for India as well, what he's doing right now.
So right now, if India were to play at T20I tomorrow, your first choice wicketkeeper batter is Sanju Samson.
Yeah.
Yes,
Should I
sir.
tell second also?
No. You will tell him where he'll say my first choice is this. No, this is not the right choice. You will put his second choice there. So go ahead.
For me, it's a very close battle between two, but I think I'm going to go with what Shashwat has said. It is going to be Sanju Samson
So
for
you're
me.
saved now. At least your choice will be accepted.
No,
You went with the choice
The
that.
thing is that Rishabh Pant is still, I think, very close. Was a very close option here. The only point is that Rishabh Pant hasn't played T20Is primarily because he is a consistent member of the Test cricket team. Now see, after the T20 World Cup, he did play that series against Sri Lanka, but ever since then, India played a lot of Test cricket, and that's why he had to miss a couple of T20I series in between. Had there been not much of Test cricket, he would have definitely been a member of the T20I 11 for India. So I think with that said, Sanju Samson currently on current form, he's gotten those multiple hundreds, he is number one, but I don't think Rishabh Pant is that far behind.
So your first choice still remains
Sanju. Yeah.
My point is that on Rishabh Pant, wasn't Rishabh actually the first choice wicketkeeper? Sanju only got the chance because Rishabh was not playing. So has Sanju done enough to go ahead of a Rishabh Pant? That's my point.
Yeah, I agree with it. Even I feel that Rishabh Pant definitely starts for the BCCI before the Champions Trophy, the ODI year came in. He was playing T20 crickets regularly, but Sanju Samson has done enough. He's
crossed him.
Yeah, he scored 2 centuries after that. He's also consistently being the opener. Plus, Rishabh Pant can't open. And the slot will be again like
No. Openers.
Rishabh Pant can open.
No, he can also. And by the way, By the way,
I'm just saying it from a general perspective
but he
can.
isn't ready to. That's the whole problem.
No. You may not need even an opener. Now you right now have multiple opening options. Who knows? You are just talking about who you can fit in to be as an opener. You could have an Abhishek and a Yashasvi. Maybe you don't need a wicketkeeper to be an opener. That's my point. If I was to say tomorrow that Yashasvi and Abhishek Sharma are your openers, will anyone have objection to it? So in which case you're not even looking at an opener. So how does not being an opener go against Rishabh Pant?
No, it won't go. Absolutely not.
No, because I think
You remember
Samson has
he-
done enough. There will be questions if he's not opening.
No. You could say that
I
you
think
want
there will
Sanju to be
questions
ahead.
if Abhishek and Yashasvi go on and open.
You think there will be questions?
I think so.
How
yes.
can that be? They are the two most standout
No, it
performers
could be-
in batting. In batting right now, do you think Sanju is ahead of Abhishek Sharma?
Yeah.
In T20?
Yeah. Again, Abhishek Sharma has done.
I think I'll tell you why Sanju Samson
done
is.
it, but not for the Indian team right now. He's done it in the IPL. He's done
Indian
on
team.
occasions.
Can we have
See, let's take a
Abhishek
look at-
Sharma's T20I
and
record?
Sanju Samson.
See, let's take a
No,
look at
Sanju
the
we have already,
last 3 T20I series. England, South Africa and Bangladesh. Sanju Samson did well in 2 of them,
Yes.
while Abhishek Sharma showed his true form in the series against England only, where Sanju Samson did not do well. So if we have to just go by, you know, what has happened in the past 3 series, I think Sanju Samson is ahead of Abhishek Sharma, because Abhishek Sharma only did well against England.
Okay, T20Is. Abhishek Sharma, 17 matches, 33 average,
Strike rate almost
193 strike rate. Strike rate and 33 average. Please take out, you're saying he was Sanju's. T20Is 25 average, 152 strike. Don't even compare it.
But the
so
number
you
of
just said,
hundreds
that's
are
what my
there.
point is. If truth be told, forget wicketkeeper, batter, anything. If you're picking a batter for T20 cricket today, eyes closed, your openers are Yashasvi, Jaiswal. And no, but you said no.
No, I'm saying I'll tell you what. I would personally want this. I would want any day Abhishek Sharma to open in place of Sanju Samson, because
You said Sanju is
But I'm saying the way the team has been thinking, it's been giving a consistent rope. I don't think it's about the numbers.
It's not about the team
impact.
thinking. It's not about the team thinking. Yeah, team can even bring Virat Kohli back for all you know to come back after T20Is. Are you going to be happy with that? So you tell me what you're thinking. Right now, because you said Rishabh cannot come because he cannot open, but that argument does not hold water at all. You don't need an opener. Right now, your 2 best openers, without doubt, are Abhishek Sharma, Yashasvi Jaiswal, 2 best opener. Yes, that's another thing, that if you are going with Sanju as a wicketkeeper batter and he's also got good numbers, then that's another thing. You may get a Sanju to open to get a left hand, right hand combination, and then you do different things. But if you forget all combinations, anything, 2 best T20 batters right now.
Abhishek and Yashasvi.
So then when I'm picking the wicketkeeper, do I have to pick an opener in the wicketkeeper? No.
No,
So
absolutely not.
now let's debate who is your wicketkeeper.
No, even despite that, I think Sanju Samson is ahead of a Rishabh Pant right now, and he's done enough. Rishabh Pant, I any day would 9 times out of 10, I will pick Rishabh Pant in my side ahead of a Sanju Samson. But this is that one occasion where I am going to go ahead with Sanju Samson.
9 times out of 10, where will you pick him?
I'll pick him in my team in T20 cricket.
So why are you going against
I'm getting to that because now, I think now that line has been crossed, I think I was...
So then how is it 9 out of 10? Then for you Sanju is ahead of Rishabh.
That's just very recent development.
So but then what is 9 out of 10 got to do with it? In 1942 I would have probably picked Vijay Manjrekar, but today I will pick Rohit Sharma as the captain. I want to know now.
Now I think Sanju Samson, and that's a very recent development. Just after the first IPL game, I finally come to this conclusion that I'd still want to go with... Now I would want to go with Sanju Samson.
Oh, so it has happened because for you, just to get that, Rishabh failed in his first IPL game and Sanju did better, so that's why you think you'll go also. Based on that one IPL game.
Not just that one IPL. According to me, Rishabh Pant's best suited opening. If he is not opening, he does not make the cut in the IPL in the T20I side.
Why? You don't need an opener.
No, but his best utilization is to open.
But that he's got me confused.
Let's
right
assume
now,
that
I am making a team. I have the 2 best openers that there are. Why am I looking at a wicketkeeper to open?
Middle order
In
than
fact,
Sanju
even
Samson.
if see, let me put. You guys are watching. Please let us know. Whether Rishabh makes it, whether Sanju makes it, Ishan Kishan makes it, KL Rahul makes it, I don't know. We'll debate about it. Whoever makes it, I'm not looking for an opener, boss. That's not what I need. If you yourself, because I know personally you wanted Rishabh to open even now, you may want him to do that, but the Indian team does not need an opener in a Rishabh or a Sanju or anywhere. They've got 2 best openers.
But that's why I'm telling you, that's my point. What I'm trying to tell you is that if Rishabh Pant isn't opening, then I don't think he can have that impact as a Sanju Samson can have in the middle order. That's why Sanju Samson ahead for me in place of Rishabh Pant.
Okay. Rishabh Pant played the middle order for the Indian T20 World Cup.
But he didn't have that impact.
Yes, he did.
I know that Sanju Samson can have much more impact if...
But on what basis are you saying Rishabh will have a great impact as an opener? Has he played IPL as an opener? Has he played anything? Again, on an assumption, no, that he'll do. Yeah, if it was be that Rishabh Pant played 50 matches in the IPL and was outstanding as an opener, so I'm saying now either he comes as an opener or he doesn't. He's never been an opener.
He's opened at the beginning of his career.
Yeah, but wherever, no, there is nothing to suggest that he is that one guy that I have to fit in because he has to open. And if he cannot open, then he does not make the team. I don't know.
Not leave that impact, and that's why he does not make the team.
See, the point here is just a couple of points that I'll make. Number one is what I feel personally is that Rishabh Pant is best suited to bat at either 1, 2 or 3 in T20I cricket for India. because if he bats in the middle order, he hasn't really been that effective, and the numbers also prove it. If we take a look at his his past stats also.
You're saying 3, 4 and 5.
If he bats in the middle order in T20Is, I don't think he's going to be effective, and that has been the case in the past also when India have tried him.
Where will he be effective?
That's what I'm saying. If he bats in the top order, 1, 2 or 3.
But he's never, on what basis
but
are
he
you
has
doing
batted
that?
at number 3. He batted at number 3 completely for India in the T20 World Cup.
I agree, no? That's what I'm trying to say. But 1, 2, where is he batted? What has happened suddenly that we believe that if he bats in 1, 2, he will be the best thing
He's
ever?
opened in T20 cricket. Now he's opened for the Delhi Capitals to begin with. He started as an opener.
How many games has he played as an opener? I don't remember. He was batting middle order. All those match-winning knocks he played for Delhi were number 4. Where I can't remember. That's what I'm saying. In my living memory, I can't.
He started playing IPL.
Yeah, even then he was number 4. He played
his first season.
Yeah, but what did he do?
Shashwat, that's a different thing. What I am saying is just my way of looking at things. Okay. Secondly, what I'm trying to say about Sanju Samson is why I feel it's just a very close competition between Sanju Samson and Rishabh Pant. Sanju for me can bat at 3, 4 and 5 also, and why I currently feel that he's slightly ahead of Rishabh Pant is because of the centuries that he has got.
That is a fair point.
Basically keep him ahead. That's why I would want him.
That is a fair point. 100% agree if you've got Sanju ahead. My point is, how is this debate reached the thing that if Rishabh Pant is not batting as an opener, he cannot make the team? I can't understand the logic behind it. Rishabh Pant has been a middle order batter in T20s, whether for India, whether for his IPL franchise. Yes, if he's behind Sanju Samson right now, absolutely no debate in that point. Sanju plays ahead of him, no debate. That you're judging in terms of performances, and you think Sanju is doing better than Rishabh, absolutely understood. But where does this argument come from that if he's not opening Rishabh, he does not make it? Opening to anyway, even if he was, he does not make it.
I think what me and Gulati sir are trying to...
I'll come to that also, I'll come to that.
What we're trying to say is that at this point, it's definitely Sanju Samson who's ahead.
Okay, that's a fair point.
That I plus one.
What me and Gulati sir feel here is, at least what I feel is, that Rishabh Pant getting ahead of a Sanju Samson, the only possibility over there is, according to me at least, that if he opens, because I feel that as an opener he can leave a much bigger impact, and that's the only way he can surpass Sanju Samson in this race. That's what it's coming down to.
Okay, and my point is, Rishabh Pant hasn't been effective as a T20I middle order batter for India. So the only way that India can probably try him out in the T20I setup now is to have him.
But is it a compulsion? Is it a compulsion to have him only?
I think
is it a compulsion? My point is, I have 2 best opening batters. Why am I trying to fit him? If you think he's behind Sanju Samson, and middle order is the slot that he bats in, that's his preferred slot. That's where he bats. He's not doing it. Why do I have to find a way to fit him? I mean, there's no hard and fast rule. Na? It's written in a contract that I have to give him. So I'm now going to remove Abhishek Sharma, or I'm going to remove this because I have to play Rishabh Pant. So
that's not what I said. My only point here is that, he was never out of the T20I team. The only reason why he did not play against Bangladesh, South Africa and England is because there was a lot of ODI or test cricket that was happening. So what do you tell him that you don't really feature in a T20I scheme of things?
Yeah.
You basically have done nothing wrong. You played the T20 World Cup for us. You did well at number 3, and despite all that, we are keeping you out.
Number 3. He did not do well at number 3.
At least he had a couple of important performances that India needed against Pakistan.
Only one.
Even in the semi-final also, he got a good 20 odd.
No, but only one. My point is, I can't understand. Is there a fear that we cannot tell a Rishabh Pant that he cannot make the 11?
I didn't even speak anything on those lines.
So then why? So why do you have to say he's not that?
The only point is that he is your number 1 keeper batter before Sanju Samson came into the picture. That's the point.
So he was before, no?
He was. I get it. But then what do you can obviously...
You tell him that there is a better wicket keeper.
Yeah, absolutely you can tell him that. But then if he does well in the IPL, then what do you tell him?
Then you have to flit him in the middle order, my friend, or he'll go past Sanju Samson.
That's fine. Okay, fine.
So you don't have to tell him. That's what my point is.
But there's no fear factor. Obviously, that's not going to be the case with BCCI.
But
we are just keeping you out.
So that's why I'm saying, no, if you in your mind think that Sanju Samson is ahead, then that should be it. That's the end of story. Why are you worried about how am I going to tell him that you
I am not worried about it. I never said that.
That what are you going to tell him?
No, I never said that.
No,
you did.
No.
You just said, when am I going to tell that Sanju Samson was number 3? Now what do I tell him? You had a good World Cup. So now you start opening.
I said that, you cannot just leave him out like that.
Why not? Why not?
He's consistently playing. That's what.
Yeah.
No, consistently playing. Arey Baba. Okay, one second.
He superseded him, but that
Exactly,
time
no,
wasn't playing, na.
Exactly.
He was being rested.
I agree. That's what I'm trying to say. That I asked that question, that you guys have decided that Sanju Samson is going to be ahead in the race, right? But do you remember that Rishabh Pant was playing before that? And even basis on that, if you think that Sanju's performance has been better, then you go with it. You don't have to justify it to anybody. You don't have to say, now what do I tell you? It is simple that he played at number 3, did not have good numbers. One is you either go with him, that no, he's a long-term guy, in which case you tell Sanju, no boss, we believe in him, we want to give him a longer rope, we go. But if you're basing on your performance, then you go with him. You don't have to worry about what needs to be told. A lot of players are left out and are not told why they are. So that's it is. So that's my question to you is that, who is your wicketkeeper batter? It doesn't have to be a Rishabh Pant. That's what I'm saying. You're finding a reason that how do I leave? So he says, only way he can come is as an opener. No, I think in fact it's easier for him to come in the middle order than opener. Opener is a tougher spot to really get a slot at now because of the performance. So he could still come in.
Discussed about Ruturaj Gaikwad.
And he can even now make the cut in the Indian team as a wicketkeeper batter. His competition is with the Sanju Samson and a few other, but it entirely depends. If it was such an easy question, then we wouldn't be asking this question.
Yeah.
Again, for me, as of now, it's Sanju Samson, and I feel it's very difficult for me to keep Rishabh Pant out of the side, and the only reason for that is that I feel that he genuinely has that game-changing X-factor ability in him. And Sanju Samson, I know, Sanju Samson has been in the international circuit for over 10 years now. It's been more than 10 years, and if till now he's not been able to cement his position in any format till now, I feel that's his fault. And if till now he's not being able to do it, I'm not too sure for how long will he be able to sustain at one spot. Rishabh Pant, he's young, he's playing all the formats, and I see in him that thing in him, and I know that he can succeed in T20 cricket. But the only thing is that right now Sanju Samson is ahead for me because he's scoring those runs, he's giving much more impact, and Rishabh Pant is not even looking like getting close to that. Even if there were shades of him getting back to form of being at his best in T20 cricket, I would have definitely had Rishabh Pant.
No, that's a fair point. That is a fair point, that you think Sanju is better right now, he should go ahead of Rishabh Pant. End of matter. Then there is no debate what I tell Rishabh Pant or whatever. He didn't even have a great T20 World Cup, if truth be told. And if you think Sanju is ahead, then Sanju is ahead. You don't have to justify it to anyone. In all of this,
it's hard to justify to yourself because it's very hard to keep Rishabh Pant out of the team because what he gets to the table. I think that's the problem with the selectors as well. And
but if you see, that's what I'm trying to say, that if you actually look at overall numbers, at least in IPL, Rishabh's numbers
are still better.
Better than a Sanju Samson. Better average, even a better strike rate than Sanju Samson. But if you're looking at internationals, T20Is, then I think his numbers don't add up as much as Sanju Samson. Average, they're pretty much the same, and strike rate is there. So if you put both numbers together, IPL and T20Is, I think there's not much to choose. I don't see a clear-cut winner here. I think it'll all boil down to batting positions, and that's where I say Rishabh Pant might benefit from the fact that if you are going to have a top order, Rishabh Pant might sneak in over Sanju Samson. And I'll tell you why. Because if you were to make India's ideal 11, your middle order, you can look at various other players and there could be slots that might open up. Top order, no chance. Because what happened with the series just getting over, your openers, Abhishek, Yashasvi, your number 3 is Tilak, 4 will be your captain in Surya Kumar Yadav. These are 4 that you can think of. Then in the middle order, you were playing a Rinku or a Dubey, or even thinking of Nitish Kumar Reddy and so on. That's where you can look at. And if I'm a Rishabh Pant, then I would want to say that, listen, and that is probably the reason he's batting at number 4 in the IPL. And that is probably the reason that he might bat at number 5 on certain occasions in the game. Because that is a slot that might work in his favor. So if you are now going to compare Sanju and Rishabh and their numbers are very close, and I'm looking at it in totality, IPL and T20Is, then it comes down to batting order. Whereas Sanju, I think, is more suited to being an opener or number 3 or whatever. Rishabh himself, to the contrary, can bat in the middle order. And that might work in his favor rather than being touted as an opener, which he's not himself
Sanju
doing
is
it.
batting lower down the order.
But Sanju was opening for you, sir. His best time has come while opening, and so he's
But
not
again,
really done.
Right now in the IPL now, I think it's all going to boil
No,
down to
but
what kind
he's
of
batting
IPL
at 3.
both of them
He's
have.
batting at 3, Sanju Samsung. Sanju Samsung is 3. That is still a top order. Rishabh Pant came at 4. I'm telling you, on certain occasions, you'll see him batting 5 as well, because that's the
Sanju
batting
opened
line.
for RR.
This time.
Yeah, and he's going to open only.
That's what I'm trying to say. So where is it that he is positioning himself as a top order? That might go against the Sanju. It's exactly the opposite. Rishabh will position him as a middle order. He has a better chance of making the Indian team.
But sir, the thing also there is that we know that if you need a right-left combination, then you can. If Sanju anyhow as a wicket-keeper is making it into the team, it won't be a problem to open with him, because you can shift an Abhishek Sharma at number 3. So it's all.
No. Abhishek Sharma, please do not.
Left right combination, or Sanju can come at 3.
What is it? Is SRH making either head or Abhishek Sharma go at 3 because they need left right? Thank God they're not doing it. That's why they are like that. So if you have
how
two gun
the Indian
openers,
team is with that. How obsessed Indian team is with it?
no, they just played a Champions Trophy with a Rohit Sharma and a Shubman Gill. They're not obsessed. They're 2 righties. They won.
Patel.
They won, but Akshay Patel is much later, no? That you can make changes later when the spinners come. Openers, they're not fast. And I think you have the 2 best openers in Yashasvi. Abhishek, they should open. Why are you fidgeting with that? I think Rishabh Pant is doing the smart thing, batting in the middle order. That will give him a chance. You wait and watch. It will give him a chance to come into the team. Had he positioned himself as an opener or number 3, no chance. Because there, Sanju,
IPL.
that's another thing. Then to KL Rahul might come in. Have you forgotten about KL Rahul? Don't you think he has a chance now? He was part of your Champions Trophy winning team. What if he has a great IPL batting at the middle order, which he's going to do?
Then even Dhruv Jurel is not too far behind. He's already had one good game.
SRH, yeah.
Against SRH.
What do you make of KL Rahul's chances?
No
I think
chance.
looks very tough as of now, because I feel that Ishan Kishan and Dhruv Jurel are currently way ahead of him, and if we have to look at this 5-way battle, I think KL Rahul sits at number 5 only.
But what if you're looking at a batter at 5-6 only? That's where the wicketkeeper slot opens up. Let's say, as I told you, your 4th will till 4th, or you're not going to be thinking. Now you need your wicketkeeper to be batting at 5-6.
Dhruv Jurel.
Dhruv Jurel's numbers excite you?
Yeah, they do. If the numbers don't, then he definitely excites me.
Compare the numbers.
Younger careers. Just 29 matches as compared to 100 plus matches at every.
KL
But look
Rahul pretty much ahead in average, but strike rate is Dhruv Jurel, and that's what's required in T20.
But see, but Jurel's T20I career hasn't really panned out.
Just been 3-4 matches.
It's been total. Just see the comparison of numbers. Rishabh Pant has played 100, more than 100. Kishan 100. Sanju more than 100, KL Rahul more than 100. He's not even combined played close to not even 50.
So you have Jurel ahead of KL, if
For
need
now.
be.
For now.
Even you would be having him ahead of KL.
I'm not sure.
For now, it's Dhruv
I'm
Jurel
not sure.
ahead.
This IPL will tell me. That's why I'm saying this IPL.
Right now we are talking about the IPL will tell lots of things. Right now, who is ahead for you? As of today.
In test matches, Dhruv Jurel.
IPL.
In test matches, Dhruv Jurel.
T20Is.
In T20.
Yeah, Rahul, the 2 knocks that he played in the Champions Trophy, I know 50 overs, but the composure and the attitude with which he played,
That's a different format.
I know, but I'm gonna take that confidence, na?
No, but who is your choice in T20I format as of now?
Champions Trophy was also
As of now, if I was to pick the team now,
Okay, you can basically rate
if
them
I was
in the
picking
order,
a team now,
1 to 5.
I will go with, if I'm picking the team now, Sanju Samson.
And if you have to rate them 1 to 5,
I'm asking.
Acha, you're saying both Pant and Sanju have a awful
Rate them
IPL.
in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
see there are 5 options
Straight.
now. Just rate them 1 to
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
First option, Sanju Samson.
Okay.
Next option, Rishabh Pant. Third option, KL Rahul.
Okay, and 4th? Because 5th will obviously be the remaining one.
Fourth is Jurel, 5th Ishan. And I'll tell you why.
Okay,
I will
okay.
tell you the
Yeah,
reason.
yeah,
See
yeah,
why I
yeah.
tell you. I've divided into their batting slots. So if I'm looking at, because Ishan is going to be in the top order. That's where he's going to compete with a Rishabh and a Sanju. So that's why he's fallen back. Whereas if you're looking at 5-6 sort of a batter,
Rishabh, we are planning at mid.
No. I would want him ideally, but I'm saying right now because he's batting there. I think Rishabh's best chance to make the Indian team will be if you sit down to make the 11 and you decide, the selectors look at that your top 4 are pretty much done because of the form that they're showing. Now my wicket keeper can only bat at 5 the highest. Or now I need to pick a player. Then the debate will come down to Rishabh and Sanju, and that's where I think Rishabh will pip Sanju, because I think if you're okay to accommodate Sanju on the top and then drop either an Abhishek or a Yashasvi Jaiswal from your 11 to accommodate Sanju, then that's another matter, which I don't think they will do. In which case you will want your wicketkeeper batter in the middle order, and who knows, that might work in Rishabh's favour.
Possible.
They'll say Rishabh can do it.
You
at
rate
4-5.
sir? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
But you know one thing with KL, he always comes right at the end and he comes into contention.
No, again, at that 2 innings, I know.
Let's say he has an IPL where he's averaging 40 with a 150 plus strike rate.
Which is a good one, yeah.
Gone are those days. Gone are those days.
But 150, 160 would still be okay.
No, but I said it used to be okay 2 years back. Now it's changing to 70, 80,
full
200.
IPL strike rate.
Yeah, I'm talking about full IPL. By the end of the IPL, you'll see Abhishek. No.
That's worthy of being.
Then you'll call him the best batters. Then I'm telling you.
I never said that. I'm saying this once again.
The old. It's gone.
150 is poor for you.
Now, in today's day and age, it's shifted. I know 150.
So you will have the same yardstick for Sanju Samsung, Rishabh Pant also, na?
Yeah.
Anyone below 170, don't talk to me.
I'm telling you very honestly, T20 cricket now, by the end of the time the IPL ends, we'll just do one dugout where we'll take out the strike rate of all the Indian contenders, and you'll see the average strike rate over there. It will not be less.
Okay, let's see what folks are saying. Who is their ideal contender and what they're arguing.
Rate them 1, 2,
Sanju, number 1, Pant 2, Dhruv Jurel 3, Ishan Kishan 4, KL Rahul 5.
Same.
No. Sanju.
Same.
I didn't listen to full order properly.
It'll be the same, I'm telling you.
Sanju, Pant, Dhruv Jurel, Ishan Kishan and KL Rahul.
What did I tell you?
Yeah.
He is not paying attention. When he said it, I said you cut, copy, paste. He said no. And then said the same thing.
I told you, I didn't listen to the last.
He doesn't listen to you.
No, I do. I was just distracted.
Okay, Saurav Kukar is saying Samsung is first wicket keeper in T20I. Fight is for the second slot. Okay, Saurav. I think most of us also agreed with that. Sridhar Saivarkar, and can we go down, please? Pawan, I'm taking questions related to the subject. Then I will go and take the rest of the questions. Do we have any questions?
No. No.
Okay. Mahi says Pant ko khilana hi kyun hai bhai? Usage is not a good wicket keeper, I think is what.
Mahi can't say this.
But this Mahi is saying it. What are your thoughts?
Again, I'm very disappointed with Rishabh. I'm very disappointed with Rishabh Pant these days. It's like my heart, he has broken my heart. I was his biggest supporter since day one. Even if he did not perform, I still like him. But these days, I'm very disappointed with him. Because what he is doing is he's going the KL Rahul route, to be very honest.
What has he done to break your heart?
No, he's not opening, and what he's trying to do is very wrong.
Open he will not get a chance, boss.
Then why come at number 4 and play your game? Then if you're so adamant of coming at number 4, then play what you are. If you try to be someone else, that's never going to work anywhere.
I think the case with the other 3 keepers is that Dhruv Jurel is still, he's going to get his chances, but for that he has to perform in the IPL. Ishan Kishan, let's hope, he has a good IPL. In case of KL Rahul, I feel he's far behind in the pecking order. So any which ways, I think Pant is going to be your second option, because you don't have any of the other options who are either not ready or who are behind in the pecking order.
Answer Saurabh's question. He says Pant has played 76 T20s, no impact. What cricket are you guys working? What
I think the only thing that I have said here is that I don't think Pant is an effective middle order batter. And if India really want to try him out as a top order batter in T20Is...
What makes you say that? Where have you seen him do that?
Because that's possibly going to be his last chance in the T20I format.
So you're going to sacrifice...
Possibly.
No. My point is, I want to know, where does that belief come from? Have you seen him do it, so you say, "Yaar, poor guy is not getting the slot that..." He's never shown anything.
The belief comes in that everybody has faith in him.
I think let's talk about Rohit Sharma. What happened from 2008
No,
until
I agree.
2013? That's basically the rationale. That's I'm coming to.
But Siddharth, we are wiser in hindsight. Now, my point is
Yeah.
this: that when Rohit was made to do it, then everyone's gone gaga. But nobody was fighting for Rohit at that time. Let's say we are having a discussion in 2011. None of us are saying, "Na Rohit Sharma ko karao open ye," and I have full faith there. And you will say, "Bhai, I've got my two openers. Why do I have to get him?"
that belief
My point is that right now you're saying it, and that was a gamble that played off, right? Because you needed someone to do it. Right now, the Indian team doesn't need anything, and the
I get
guy
that.
that you're saying should do it has never shown anything.
I'm
like
not
that.
saying that the guy should do it or the Indian team should do it. What I'm saying is that if the Indian cricket team and the BCCI really believe in Rishabh Pant, the T20I batter, then that's basically going to be the position. That's the point. If they don't believe in him, then Sanju Samson is already there.
They can believe in him, and he has to do it in the
No,
middle order,
but
like he's doing it for his like he's batting in his IPL team, because he himself believes that's the
But
place
he
where
has
he can
to
be.
bat freely then he can't be anchoring the innings, because that's not the role that's going to suit him. He's doing the same thing, that the mistake that KL Rahul did. Now, however much we say, KL Rahul is not a show shot starter in any format in that sense. Right now, like again, he always has the sword on him, like always in all three formats. So he's going the same route.
Plus, I think there was also a discussion with KL Rahul ahead of the T20 World Cup last year, wherein I think there were reports that he had a chat with the selectors that, are you really looking at me as a middle order batter in the T20Is? And I think the discussion was clear, wherein they told him that we already have our options. And that's just on the basis of reports that I'm saying.
No, there's one more interesting.
Pant could be that option also, no, middle order.
Yeah, you never know, anyone could be.
That's what I'm saying.
Interesting report that I was going to, but not related to the topic, so I can do it. Comment with it.
Devendra Singh Meena is saying in the last 5 IPL seasons, Sanju is ahead of Pant, that he feels, which is a valid point. Okay. Can we take a few more comments on the subject, and then we'll come to the remaining questions, please? Okay, Shubham Garg is saying only KL Rahul winning DC IPL can mend Shashwat's heart. That is true. Bichara is very upset that Pant has left his team.
No. That is also fine, that everybody has to grow. That is fine, but he should bat.
Vikas Man says if Shreyas performs throughout the season and Tilak doesn't do, what about number 3?
I think they are still going to persist with, Tilak Verma. I think it's a hard call, to be very honest, because you cannot really ignore the centuries that he scored in the South African conditions. So Shreyas might just come back into
he'll
contention.
come in. He may not be
he'll
3,
come in, but he'll
come
not
into
be a
the
part of the 11. That's the point.
Could be part of the 11.
Could be, yeah, could be.
Now, if he cements his place in T20 also, then nobody can stop him from becoming the captain.
We'll do
And the
separate.
day he becomes the captain,
What will happen?
I'll bring.
He's already captain.
No, India.
He has.
No, he is
No,
not
he
captain.
has
He
not
was
captain.
once the vice captain during a
No, he
T20I
is come in
series.
as a replacement captain in a T20I series. If I'm
No.
No?
Rishabh Pant has.
Rishabh
Yeah,
has.
Rishabh Pant has.
He has.
Shreyas Iyer, I'll tell you, he was the vice captain in the T20I series that you played immediately after the 2023 ODI World Cup against Australia.
South Africa, did he not captain
No,
few
no.
games?
KL Rahul.
was captain.
KL was captain.
Did he not?
No.
If
no.
he would have captained, I would have 100% remembered. He's
Achha,
never
okay.
captained.
Okay. Priyanshu says Abhishek and Jaiswal are your top 2 openers, and Sanju Ishan are top 2 wicket keepers. By the way, Nikhil sir, is it confirmed Sky will captain till the World Cup 26? It's not, but I don't think they're going to change anything at the moment. Maybe it's another good question we can answer at the end of the IPL. I think if they really need to take a call on that, that will happen at the end of the IPL. Okay. Let's take a few other questions now. Ashish Dhar says, guys, assume if you were to be chosen as players in IPL auction, which team would you prefer to be part of? Choices could be based on past performances. Achha, if you were to sit on an auction table, which team would you choose?
Which teams would you be?
I'll sit in the 2 choices, but chalo, I'll go with Chennai Super Kings, because I think they have a very different approach in auctions. They never go berserk. They have a very set thing. They surprise you with their picks. I really want to know the mindset as to what they're thinking.
Okay, 2 options for me. 1 CSK and 2 Gujarat Titans.
I'd want to be on the Punjab Kings table. I think
I would never
Lots of
want to be
money.
on that.
Splurge.
No, I think they need help there. That's why.
No, they picked a very good team.
Yeah, they have.
So
but
then I don't
just
think they
getting
need
back
that.
to Punjab Kings, I'm not too sure. Maybe you can confirm this. Is this true that Ricky Ponting has gone to the owners and told them that no need to talk to the players, just talk to me?
I heard that too, but I'm not 100% sure. He said that I will take control.
Yeah.
Just leave this.
And I think that's exactly what we were talking about also yesterday. Na? That maybe.
But it's easier said than done. It's not that they've not had strong coaches in the past. Anil Kumble also was there.
Anil Kumble, we know
Virender
how strong
Sehwag.
he was. He was too strong, na? Players didn't like him.
Virender Sehwag. So that's why I'm saying things can change in that fight. You could be anybody.
He was too strong.
So, but till the results are going, he'll be allowed to talk to whoever he wants. So when the results don't come, then we'll see. Sridhar Savakar is saying with the batting power play, teams have this season consistently got 230 plus. It's being scored. Would you think the advantage of chasing is diminishing? Teams are struggling to chase 230 plus no matter the batting depth.
I think in any T20, 230, 240, 250 is always going to be hard to chase.
No, it's being
Always.
you're getting close to it on many
Yeah,
occasions.
getting close is one thing, but then getting over the line is a completely
You
different
just
thing
need
altogether.
Characters who can just take you over the line. You're doing 90% of the
See,
job.
the point,
it's just getting over.
the point is there is no margin for error. Like, Shubman Gill
that's
also basically said that in between there were 3 overs wherein we played a lot of dots, specifically referring to the Sherfane Rutherford's innings. You cannot really miss deliveries.
But we have seen 2 impact players in 2 days. One has won you the game. One has lost you the game.
Sherfane and Vijay Kumar Vishak.
Ashutosh.
Vijay Kumar Vishak also helped them win it. He was also
And
impact.
Sherfane was also the impact player. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, Nietzsche, we've taken that question, Pawan. Okay.
Sai Srivastav has a comment that if your openers are Abhishek and Jaiswal, did Sanju ever play well out of the opening position? I'm not saying Pant cuts it, but I feel it's open for everyone now. Ishan playing at 3 for SRH is
That's exactly what I was
good
saying, what
for
Sai
him.
is saying.
Yeah.
That opening is,
sorted.
if you are a wicket-keeper batter, you do not go to the opening slot. Bat in the middle order, you may get a chance. If you position yourself as an opener, no chance. So even top 3 is going to be very
I think
tough.
it would be a gap. See, again, I feel that there could be a very high possibility that despite knowing that it's Abhishek Sharma and Yashasvi Jaiswal, the 2 best batters till now, they might stick with Sanju Samson because the philosophy that's being followed in the Indian team, that they're giving full opportunities.
They can, but he'll have to bat. Then if you get him at 3, then your Tilak will be 4, Sky will be 5. I don't know.
Then he consistently opens, you get an Abhishek at 3 and then 4, 5.
No,
No, I wouldn't do that. I think the team could go that way.
no chance in hell, yaar. No chance in hell. Just as you predicted Pant will open for Delhi, this will never happen. You cannot. I cannot understand. Are you doing a government job where there are quotas? You have to fit people. So if you have the 2 best openers in the world, why am I trying to fit someone there and ruining their position and saying, oh, Abhishek, you're the best in the world. You help us win the game, but we have to fit somebody. So please go to 3. We have a Sarkari job. My minister has called me from top, and I can't understand that logic. The 2 best players in the world right now, you have the 2 openers, but I will now fix it. No, you go to 3. And even if Abhishek goes to 3, Sky will bat at 5. You cannot, sir. Your wicket-keeper batter will bat in the
So
middle.
your top 4 is fixed, basically.
Will have to be, unless
Abhishek
Tilak has an
Tilak
awful season.
So you have position at 5, 6, 7 though Aksar will play, na?
There is Hardik Pandya, sir.
No, 7 Hardik Aksar will play, 6 Hardik will play.
So
only
5, 6 kahan se aaya?
5 is left.
So that's what you said. 5, 6 is there.
And
That's why I
Aksar
told
to
you.
comes up the order as well.
So you fight for 4, 5. Again, Tilak could be under fire if he doesn't have a great IPL, because it's very easy to forget his performance, though he was outstanding. But you never know. Akshay Khanna is saying that why to give Pant last chance? That's what I was saying. If you think Sanju is ahead, then just go with Sanju. What do you have to explain to anybody? Shubham Gar says what Patdar needs to do at least should be talked about the Indian T20I team. He's the best player of spin in the world, along with Klaasen, Puras and
needs
Shreyas.
to score 3 or 4 centuries in a
Yeah.
row. Actually, nothing less than that. Will do.
But where does Shreyas Iyer make it into the T20I team? If this
That's what
number
I'm
5
saying.
is open.
That's what I'm saying.
So he might not
The
start.
way he's hitting sixes,
No, he could be that 5.
Then who will keep?
Shreyas at 5.
Then wicket keeper won't be there, no?
Jurel at 8.
Impact subs.
Impact sub नहीं होता boss T20.
That nah.
But England feels that we have impact subs.
हाँ, that you can do.
Okay.
Go and
Head injury and everything. Arav, is Rishabh Pant an X factor or is it perception?
he is X Factor. I think he is
Not in
one of the
T20Is
biggest.
so far.
X Factor is X Factor across formats, and I think he is.
Okay.
Okay, Dhruv Karunanidhan from the US is saying, please rank keeping skills. DJ, SS, IK, KL, RP. Acha, his thing is Dhruv Jurel 1,
Okay.
Sanju Samson 2, Ishan Kishan 3, KL, and Rishabh Pant last. I think
Okay.
that's very unfair.
For me is
Wicket stump that he's missed that day. No, that's really gone against him.
okay. I'll go first. Dhruv Jurel 1, Rishabh Pant 2, Sanju Samson 3, KL Rahul 4, Ishan Kishan 5.
Interesting. I would have also gone to something like that.
I
Not exactly same. One change. Yeah.
Number 1 is Dhruv Jurel for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Jurel, Rishabh Pant,
Yeah.
then Sanju Samson,
Yeah.
then Ishan Kishan and KL Rahul.
That's the swap that
No,
we have
according
had.
to me, I think it would be Rishabh Pant, Dhruv Jurel, Ishan Kishan, Sanju Samson, KL Rahul.
Okay.
Okay, before we wind up, a quick word on the game today. It is Rajasthan versus KKR. Both teams losing their first encounter. This is a game being played in Guwahati. I don't know who will feel more at home, Kolkata, because they're so close to Assam, or Rajasthan, whose home ground it supposedly
The
is. And their
captain of
captain,
Rajasthan will definitely feel it.
it is his home ground.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. No doubt about that. So, what happens in the game today? Quick predictions.
KKR, all the way.
Easy.
Easy.
RR. I think they will bounce back. Obviously, they are going to miss Sanju Samson's brains during the field, because once again it's going to be Riyan Parag who will captain them. I think he'll captain at home for the first time, Riyan Parag also. It's his home ground. But I think I expect RR to do well.
I'm tilting towards what Shashwat said. I think it should be KKR's game. I think they're a much stronger team than Rajasthan. What is going to be interesting is both captains were below par in their first game.
Yeah.
I hope they can rectify that and be on top of their game. We'll see whether it's changed for now, and that's one thing I'm looking forward to, because can happen season opener, some of your plans are not working, you improve on that, so we'll get to see whether that improvement happens. So yeah, I'm also going with Kolkata. I think a better team. It's interesting to note that recently there's a bit of a controversy in Kolkata, where Ajinkya Rahane, the captain, said that hopefully we'll get a spin-friendly track because they rely on spinners, and the curator has said that, boss, I'm not going to listen to the franchise. I'm not changing the nature of the pitch. Whatever it is, you play on that. I don't listen to franchises.
Okay.
So
Any
interesting.
changes?
He anyway said in the first game, what did our spinners do? The other team's spinners did much better. So, RCB spinners did better than KKR. So
That they did.
the pitch is there. Don't blame the pitch.
Take it out of the equation.
So here we'll see how the pitch plays. But I don't think it'll be a spin-friendly pitch here. You get a lot of runs in Guwahati. So deuce certainly will be there. So expect the ball to be changed.
That was the case even last year also. But then, the last year, RR, KKR, that match was washed out at Guwahati. Yeah.
Okay, we'll see you mid-innings as well as the end of the game. Thanks so much for your company on the dugout. Bye-bye, take care. Anything else you want to add? Any other reports you have read?
Keep wanting one, I told you.
Okay. Bye. See, commentary has started. You're watching in Hindi?
No, actually,
Pre-match?
no. HD comes only in that. So
No.
on our thing.
No, I was watching there. It comes in English as well.
HD.
Yes.